My father very early on said that we shouldn't become farmers. And I had in mind to do something else, like being electrician or auto mechanist. I'm from a small village close to Vejle, about 20 kilometers from there. My father, he was a farmer. We had 13 cows and some pigs. And my mother, she was a teacher in the village. In terms of career, it's not something we really talked about. I think I was just supposed to grow up and find out what I wanted to do. Looking at the sky, I cannot remember when that began. So that I've just always been interested in looking at the dark sky. And that's one advantage of growing up out in the countryside. That is, you can actually get to see a dark sky and just wondering what's out there. But I had no idea that this was something you could actually do for a living. We had a project in school about the universe, so we arranged a visit to the University of Aarhus to go and talk to the astronomy department there. So they were quite open, so they allowed us to come, these schoolboys. So I'm very grateful for that, because then we got to talk about how do you educate yourself to become an astronomer, and then I wanted to do that. I had some good teachers in mathematics and physics, because I think those topics are those that you at least need not to be scared away from during your education. So that's another thing I'm grateful for. Good teachers, they play an enormous role. I've had some of those experiences where there's a new event on the sky, some explosion, and then when you realize that this is something that has actually been traveling for like 10 billion years. So then you get very excited, because then you need to really be on your toes and collect as much as possible of information about this event, so you can learn about what were the conditions in the very first galaxies. So that's one sort of where it's very peaked in time. But I also like sort of the longer process, where you have a problem and then you work on it for 10, 15 years and you move. I think that is equally fascinating. The students, they have to start asking their own questions. I think that's the most important, and try to be caught up by the phenomenon, and you have it running in your head all the time. Even when you're cleaning your dishes and so on, because I think that's the fruitful process. That is when you're not only working with the problems, but the problems work with you at the unconscious level. I'm basically doing what I'm hoping to do. I don't have some desire of winning a Nobel Prize or something like this. I think that's not fascinating to me. I'm extremely grateful, I must say, for what I do, that we have a society that allows some of us to go and do that and explore the cosmos. And that's what I'm doing. Of course, I would be happy to get large progress. That's, of course, my sort of ambition with this work, to advance knowledge on this specific part of natural history.